To the surprise of many, the United States is actually the world's largest oil producer. That's right. Bigger than Saudi Arabia, bigger than Russia, and bigger than any of the countries people usually associate with massive oil production. And here's where it gets even more interesting. In the past year alone, the US produced an average of 21 million barrels of petroleum per day. At the same time, Americans only consumed about 20 million barrels per day. That means, in theory, there's more than enough oil being pumped out of US soil to cover the country's entire energy needs. Yet, despite this, the US still imports millions of barrels of oil from other countries. In fact, a big chunk of those imports come from OPEC nations, the same group of oil-producing countries that are famous for controlling global supply and prices. So that raises a big question. If the US produces enough oil to be self-sufficient, why does it continue to rely on foreign oil? Why does America still import oil from the Middle East, from Venezuela, from Canada? And on top of that, why does the US export so much of its own oil while still buying from other countries? If the goal is energy independence, wouldn't it make more sense to keep American oil in America? This is where things start to get complicated. The oil industry doesn't work in the way most people assume. It's not as simple as, we produce oil, so we use our own oil. The reality is shaped by a mix of history, global politics, economic strategy, and even the specific types of oil being pumped out of the ground. So, let's take a step back and break down the paradox of American oil.